Welcome to the wind down. As usual, I am Nick Sims. Ocean is actually walking in as we speak. And we also have a special guest star who is Rizmi. Today's issue is colorism. And I'm pretty sure all of our African American watchers know what colorism is. For my Caucasians, colorism is, you should know what it is too. It's all over the place. It's all on news. It's everywhere. But anyway, it's how some black people see other black people. Darker shades, lighter shades. Colorism, shadism. Has a bunch of different names. But before we start and before they walk in, let me just tell you what we're drinking. Today we are drinking Castel Menendez, the Refreshing Blue. It is 10% alcohol. It tastes a little bit like sangria. It's actually made in Newark, and here she is. It's actually made in Newark at Ado Wines and Liquors Incorporated. I think I said it right. Anyway, so I'm just showing it to you right here. That's what we're going to be drinking. Like I told you, Ocean was just flip-flopping in.
I brought breakfast.
Oh, you brought breakfast
As
for us.
usual.
This one is mine.
You know what it is.
You brought breakfast. This one's mine. Either one of those is good.
Hey.
Brittany.
We need to watch my whole entire damn dog. We need a plate.
Oh, tell Dito. Well, this is Rizmi. She's our special guest. Say hello, Rizmi. We're live.
Well, we'll say hello first,
What?
right?
Rizmi,
Hello.
you're live.
It's okay.
Rizmi, you guys remember Rizmi from one of our other episodes. Look,
Do you guys drink coffee?
hold my coffee on the side for me for after this.
But does this miss?
No, just drink it. Taste it now. It's really good. And ask me how much it is. Isn't it good? Has 10% alcohol. You didn't leave it on the corner. 10% alcohol. It do taste, it's a little strong, right?
Yeah.
$6 a bottle. $6 a bottle.
All right, this seems dangerous.
You gotta serve it cold though.
This seems dangerous.
It's not that dangerous. You want me to put it over there? Let me put it over there. I was explaining to them that the episode is colorism today.
Ooh.
You know you can't hear.
Where is he?
Upstairs? Go in the kitchen.
I don't feel like it.
He coming back down.
I need a plate, a knife.
He coming back down. Oh, you are. So I was just explaining to them what the definition of colorism is for our Caucasian viewers who might not know. They also call it shadism. I don't know if Caucasians have colorism.
I don't think so.
Why? Why not?
They only come in basically one shade.
No.
No.
Like pale, and then they come olivey and blushy.
Not
She
really.
said blushy. I was
Olive is just one
That's
that they spend more time in the sun than
true.
others.
Some are tan, some are
Yeah.
not tan.
And that's not really
they're,
color.
They're indigenous from different places,
Mm.
and
This is
those
true.
places
That's why they
give
have
them
different-
sort of
a different color.
I need
Because an Irish white person versus an I don't like to say Italian because they are not white.
they not.
No, they like to think so, but they are black.
What?
Sorry.
Don't even get her started.
No. Get her started. This a good one. This a good
No,
one.
yeah,
Get
they're
her
black.
started.
Especially
Sicilians?
there you go. I'm like with the S.
So what makes
I knew- I knew
hear
she
it.
What
trying
makes
to
them
say.
black?
Well, one, I just want to.
Will you sit down?
I know, right? I'm eating. Well, from where they're from, they're
Indigenous.
yes,
Too. Okay, what happened is with a lot of European countries, I'm gonna take it back to
Mediterranean.
yes.
Start with those.
Africa actually, the Moors actually invaded so many European countries.
The Moors. There you go.
This is why it's so many different colors, or that's why it's, when people see black people in a different country, they don't think that they're indigenous to that country, but they actually are, because of the simple fact that their ancestors invaded, the European countries. Oh, those are very cute shoes, Rick.
Thank you.
You need like shoe cams.
Right?
Shoe
Right.
cam.
Mom gave it to me.
Oh, those are very cute.
Yes, shoe cam.
I'm sorry, I'm still sick. But what made us talk about colorism is the other day we were sitting down talking. We were talking about Gabrielle Union, and how she posted. Did you see anything that she posted?
No.
And she was actually on a TV show talking about it. That her stepsons were on Instagram, just like they usually are, liking pictures and everything. And she noticed that every single picture that her 3 stepsons actually were liking were all light skin, long curly hair, small waist. They had no brown skinned girls whatsoever. And she actually said that I know. And she actually said that she asked them.
in the center.
Oh,
For the shade.
right, so we could go like
Exactly.
We're talking about colorism.
Yes.
But she said
Lights
that
on the
it
end.
actually she asked them, she said, why don't you have any brown skinned women? Why aren't you liking any brown skinned women? And they were like, oh, because there aren't any pretty ones. That's what
Oh, wow.
yeah,
Okay.
so that's what her stepsons actually said.
So apparently you don't exist.
And you don't exist.
Not to them, I don't.
All right, you're beautiful
So she
and you're
said she
sitting right here,
literally
but
had
no.
to go. She said it took her over an hour. She said she had to go and just show them all the beautiful brown skin and dark skin women that are actually
Mhm.
So I did do
beautiful
some research.
here. So
I got some stuff that we can
what research?
talk about. Go ahead, you keep talking.
So that's what the whole colorism. I mean, not just that. I mean, it's been around for forever. I mean, it literally colorism for black people literally goes back to slave time.
To slavery.
That's when it all started.
From field nigger
Yes.
to house nigger,
and
to wench to
just anything, mistress.
mistress, the ones that's light enough to pass.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And I think it was instilled in us, just like fighting against each other was instilled in us. They put us against each other like dogs, like animals. So for the women, how would you? It's innate for us to look at the one in the house and hate her.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like
Yes.
I'm out in the field, I'm working so hard, and the one that I see in the house is this light one.
Right.
So
So you
I
put
have
that us
children,
versus them
and thank you.
mentality.
I have children now. I pass that mentality on, hate the light ones, or I go the opposite and only want a light baby,
Right.
so that they don't feel what I've felt, and so on and so forth. And all of this is just to fit into a white society
Well, it gives them that
that
mentality.
never, regardless of what color we are, we
It's never gonna happen.
fit in.
But it
We're
goes
not
back.
supposed to.
But it gives them the mentality that white is right.
Yeah.
White is right, light
Yeah,
is right.
yeah.
That's the mentality that it
Yeah.
gives them. That something must be right with that
We're
that
forced.
hue
Yes.
versus my hue.
Yep.
It's something I think that we were actually, unfortunately, it was beat into our heads.
Yeah.
You know what I've heard a lot of times recently is people separate your African descent from your being black.
Yes.
Have you heard that? Like if
Yeah,
you
they do.
like let's say even in conversations sometimes if you got some Jamaican people in your family, you got some maybe some little Haiti in your family, whatever, they'll go out of the way to say, no,
I'm Jamaican.
I'm Jamaican.
Mhm.
No, you black.
Yes.
I'm Jamaican.
Yes.
And that's the separate, or especially Haitians will do that too.
Exactly.
Because, I see why they do it, because they stayed free. So,
Mhm.
big ups to Haiti. But,
Step by step.
They
My
did.
boy.
Don't
They said, no, ain't
No.
no slave in me now.
Right.
Yeah.
But they'll look at us and go, so you just black?
Yeah.
And so that's that African American
Mhm.
of the slave type of thing. And I think that's where colorism
Stigma.
lies.
Mhm.
It lies there. I do see a lot of Jamaicans doing that bleach thing, which I don't really
Africans.
understand.
A lot of
Doing that bleach
It's not even just
a
Jamaican.
lot of
it's
our
West,
darker people.
it's West Indians, Caribbeans,
No,
it's
and
Africans.
Koreans do it, and
Koreans
They-
because
Yeah, I don't
of
know
the
why.
mentality. White
I
is right.
So,
I just watched a video of a Korean girl. She came in from a party. Hair like this, whatever. She snatched her wig off. She had tape to keep her eyes
Not so
hello,
slanted.
straight up. Both of you have the same slanted Blasian eyes. Her eyes she wanted to keep straight up, like the white girls. Literally. And she tore some tape off. She tore something, like the tranny tape.
Yeah.
The tranny makeup tape. And she literally had her eyes wide and mouth. And
That's
she
a
was
lot of work.
normally, like she wiped her face and was like a regular Korean girl.
That's too much.
And she was dark. Like darker than all three of us. I was like in
Okay.
between. She was a little lighter, but I promise you, she was so dark versus her makeup
that
and
she had, because she
the
Yeah.
perception
whitened
that she
herself.
put, that
She
she put
whitened
out there
herself.
for her. I was like, is that crazy or what?
Yeah, but how? See, and the funny thing to me is that nowadays, it's so many Caucasians that want to be black.
Okay.
You know what I'm
They
saying?
they self tanning,
After we
they
hate
spray
it. After they
tanning,
made us
they
hate it.
getting big asses. They want to be dark. They putting
Mhm.
braids in their hair,
Mhm.
and we still over here fighting amongst each other about different hues of melanin, which it makes no sense to me. I mean, I get it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I totally get it. I totally get it. Like, I didn't believe that I was into colorism. Like, I didn't think that it affected me. But when I was, I don't know, in my 20s, Sean, I know you remember because you was with me, but I was in my early 20s, and that summer, for some strange odd reason, we was in Jamaica like 4 times. Like back to back. Not even, like we would come home for like 2 weeks and be back in Jamaica. It was like back to back. So yeah, right. I had this bright idea in my head that being that I used to lighten my hair with lemon juice, right? I used to lighten my hair with lemon juice. I was in Jamaica, that I would spray it all over my body, thinking that it would stop me from tanning anymore.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah, that's not
what happened.
That's not what happened.
She
Apparently, I cook.
Yeah.
Apparently, when you put lemon juice
Absolutely.
on your body,
Sizzle. Like a fish.
Like a chicken.
like a chicken,
grilled
like a grilled chicken.
All that acid.
I was sizzled down. Sizzled.
Burned
I
up.
was sizzled. It
Sure.
was. I just came home like, what the fuck did I just do? Like,
God.
I thought in my head it made sense. Make my hair lighter, keep me the same color. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's gonna keep me the same. No. And I didn't realize that I was affected. So we went out to this party in Brooklyn. I had my pink glittery outfit on. Couldn't tell me nothing. Long hair, wavy, blah, blah, blah. I walked in, and this motherfucker said to me, "Hey, chocolate." I said, who? I was looking around like, who are you talking to? Because in my, like, I didn't think it affected me, but in my head,
She was burned.
I'm not chocolate. So that's when I realized, like, oh shit, I might got a problem. Because he was like, I'm talking to you, chocolate. I was like, I'm chocolate? He was like, yeah. My heart, I just felt like, oh my God.
I'm chocolate.
I'm chocolate.
Is that what you felt?
That's what I felt.
Yes, I'm glad you're being
I wanted to
good.
run out. I wanted to run out of there. I didn't know what to do. I have never been called chocolate in my life. So it was weird. And then that same night, I was already in my feelings, but I stayed at the party. That same night, this man said to me, "You pretty to be a brown-skinned girl."
Oh.
I said, "What the fuck you talking about? Like, what does that mean?"
Yeah.
But then I realized that night I was pretty dark-skinned. I felt
But
like
that's a statement though. To
But
be
it
a
was
dark-skinned girl.
exactly, and so then it was a stigma that you felt
In my
a
head.
negative
Yes,
way. Like
in
you
my
took
head.
it like, oh no.
Otherwise, you would just got you pretty.
That's it.
Now you get you
Yes.
pretty tubby and dark
Dark
skin.
skin.
So I was going there. Had a girlfriend. I
Pass
got
me that wine, Brisbane.
4 or 5 chocolate bunnies. Okay. I'm ready to get to it. I got 4 or 5 chocolate bunnies in the camp, right? Chocolate droppers, beautiful girls. We got a light skinned friend. My light skinned friend says to them, "I love my friends. You know, you guys are very pretty to be dark skinned girls."
No. And she's this to be clear, she's black, right?
Yes, and
To be
she
clear.
is, to be clear, she's West Indian
Oh, okay.
and light skinned.
Okay.
So, with a very pleasant sounding name, so not so black.
Yeah, I got you.
Like
Okay.
Shaquita.
Yeah, not none of that.
Mm-hmm.
And we should
How
read
far
this shit
Aliquipha?
over here. Yeah,
How
we
far
how for
Aliquipha?
Aliquipha's over
How far
here.
Aliquipha?
How far Aliquipha? What the fuck is up? This is who
Right.
he is over here. So anyway, no.
Like you were
So,
saying.
Right, like
What
I
was
was
you
so
saying?
okay. What was you saying? Say
What
what you
was
was
you
saying.
saying?
So what I was saying was, she decides to say that we lit into her for hours.
Good.
Lit.
Good.
Me, the light skins, the brown skins, the chocolates.
She kicked out the group totally.
It was like it was, and then it got to a point where after a while you kind of feel sad for people like that. You know what I mean? Like even white people, you're in a bubble. I got platinum blonde hair right now because platinum blonde hair right now looking good on you. Not for no other reason. I don't want to be anyone else. I don't claim to be anyone else. I don't need to look like anyone else. My mother always said, it's always the lightest ones who had a black yourself, huh? But I promise you.
I guess it do.
And so I guess maybe it is an ease on me to where as though I don't get the dark skin stigma, so I don't know how rough it can be.
Well,
but I can empathize because I'm black. I still get
sometimes you're gonna get that.
Everything baby was
Go ahead.
everything right now.
Everything. Going behind the camera and it's rattling paper. I'm like, are we rattling paper? She's dancing behind the camera, y'all. She like this. She got wine and a bagel.
Wine and a bagel.
Yes. All right, go, Rich. Look.
So there's a show. I don't know if you guys are familiar with it. It's been on since forever, and it's one of the shows that I watch from time to time in the summertime. A little bit of a guilty pleasure.
Okay.
Big Brother.
Okay.
No.
Recently, they got into a little bit of trouble with some of the people on the show.
Okay.
They're not a permanent cast, so it changes the game show, so it changes every year.
And I don't know about Big Brother, so what is it?
All right,
Okay,
so
just
break it
explain
down.
it to me.
It's about 12 people in a house, and they're doing like a survival sort of a thing, but they're inside of a house instead of on an island.
Okay.
Now can they leave this house?
They cannot leave the
Wait,
house.
so you trapped? That's
They
exactly.
trapped.
Ooh, I was.
They trapped. They got no TV. They got no internet. They don't have nothing.
Oh,
They have
okay.
nothing.
Oh,
but
they
each
got
other.
Xanax. Okay.
They don't have nothing.
Don't have no Xanax.
Oh, the best thing they got is snacks.
Ooh, that's
That's the
mm-mm.
best thing that they have.
They got marijuana.
They can't drink. They don't
Do
have
they have no alcohol?
They don't have
Oh,
alcohol.
that's a wrap.
Okay.
That's a wrap.
So they have these contests where they are trying to win. I think it's like $500,000, something like that.
Yes.
And then in the house, you kind of like plotting on each other a little bit because you have to get certain people out of the house.
Okay.
Every time I watch Big Brother, the first people to go were the black people. Every single time. Every time. And I don't know if they're aware of what is
What's
going
going on? Do they
Yes.
see it?
Or so I'm thinking maybe they're not aware of what they're doing.
Mhm.
People naturally will like tribe together. You know,
Yeah.
and vibe
That's
together.
true.
So if there's people like, oh, I'm from the East Coast or whatever, I'm from the Upper East Coast, they'll usually be with the people, with the black people and the
Yeah.
Hispanic people. They kind of end up being together,
Exactly.
whether they planned on doing it or not.
Uh-huh.
So they just gravitate toward each other. So then you end up with a divide in the house. You got the people from like Middle America. They end up vibing with the other people from the same area or maybe of the same background,
Uh-huh.
and they end up being together.
Okay.
So recently, the show caught a little bit of the heat because they had some of the people on the show, and the show is recorded 24/7.
Oh hell
Yeah,
no.
Big
It
Brother.
doesn't
In the
stop.
shower
Big
too?
Brother, I
Like,
am
I mean,
Even in the
like,
shower, they keep it like
Like, I am the sky type
Yeah,
thing.
1984
Okay.
shit.
so they're never off
Yeah.
camera.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
So this time, the girl she's tanning herself, and she's getting dark skinned, and they do have an outdoor area in the backyard, but it's fenced in, so they can't
leave.
leave. So that she's tanning, and she says, "Oh, I'm getting tan. I better stop and get me too ghetto."
Ooh.
Now this is a white girl. They had to have a talk with them, the
Get it.
producer.
Ghetto.
She getting ghetto.
She getting ghetto.
Oh,
Lord Jesus
bitch.
She getting ghetto.
Don't make me get Guido. Angelito.
So she said this, and they had to have a little.
Who's Angelito? A Guido.
It rhymes, so that's it.
I
So they had to have a little talk with them and tell them that
Only to her, not my Jersey girls, not my babies, not our Jersey Shore, not you guys. We love you.
And I think that people really don't recognize when they're saying these
What
certain
they-
things or
You know what it is?
what it means to them.
Yes.
So in your mind, me even just being born like this, I'm already ghetto.
Ghetto is what you've said.
I have nothing.
Me
And
being
people
born
have said
like
that to
this,
me.
I'm already ghetto.
Yes. And she
Ghetto.
wasn't even nowhere near us. She's
Hey,
white.
hello. So,
So
she's
what else?
never gonna get near us.
No.
So, gee whiz.
So dark skin equals ghetto.
Yeah.
But now let me speak on their behalf and let me say this. We did just say a lot of people want to be us.
Clearly
So,
she's tanning.
so,
Very
but no.
clearly
Let me
she's
just
tanning.
say, I know a few girls from like Greenbrook, like a couple of my Italian chicks, and they are gaudy.
They're very gaudy.
They are loud, obnoxious, like they speak like that.
No, I just want to sit and listen.
Just show your color.
Did you say hello?
Show your
Hello,
color.
everybody.
Kendall's here.
Look,
Hi,
do the
everybody.
wine, and this is our gorgeous
Open up the
baby.
next bottle. You guys are used to seeing him by now.
You know what it
He's a
is.
permanent fixture on the wind down.
But so,
You're not strong.
they speak
My
like
name's
that.
Uh-uh.
They
Don't-
speak
don't
like
come
that
on.
amongst themselves. So in their own subculture,
Right.
there's a ghetto edition of their skin tone. There is a stripper chick that they know, Brittany, that's too
Why her
orange.
name Brittany?
No, I'm just making up. I don't know. Why do I keep taking names? I'm sorry to even name these derogatory and these
Top me and
stereotypical
rip me
people.
off,
So
too.
sorry, but give me go ahead. Get
Yes,
me
help us all.
Go ahead, keep the party going. This is what happens when the wine's down. Early in the morning, we
Early
start
in the
winding
morning.
I was
down.
wondering what the
Good
morning
job.
drink was
This-
gonna be.
And so
I-
light,
We've been trying to keep it
refreshing,
light.
and
It
it
ain't
makes you
really
know
light.
it's just turns
But we
to
just like to
afternoon.
keep the color light. Tell me this
Yes,
is not a
this
blue
is
color.
gorgeous.
Tito said Crips
I
everywhere
want
gonna be
these
going crazy.
all on my
Romantic.
birthday.
Romantic
You know
as
I do.
hell.
It's $6 a bottle.
Oh my God, we can't have a bunch of those.
That's
for
making
40s.
me-
That's it.
That's
Birthday.
it. All right.
The
Born
fact that
birthday.
it's $6
All right.
is
Cotton
scary.
candy birthday.
All right, I'm ready.
Okay.
$6
Cotton
a
candy.
bottle. You
So my
can't
birthday
be
is
$6
gonna
a
We're gonna do
bottle.
cotton candy thing. We're gonna do
Oh
this,
my God.
and we have some pink.
What day your
40s
birthday
of
falls
rosé.
on this year?
Booty, like a Wednesday.
Kendall, look
or
up
something.
August 15th.
I know.
Oh, it's
Oh,
on
you
this
have
day.
too?
Yeah.
So it's-
Colorism we were speaking about
Yeah,
within
and she
other
needs
cultures.
to be
Within other
checked.
cultures.
Yes, that
But
they
my
don't
whole thing
understand.
is, she would have felt some type of way, even if I would have been sitting there bleaching my skin
Mhm.
and putting on my platinum wig
And then you
and my blue
jumped up
eyes,
and said,
and I would
I'm
have
getting
said, "Oh
too
my God,
white."
I'm getting too trailer trashy."
Yeah, yup.
Yeah.
They would have had
I'm
a
too
I'm
trailer
too
trashy now.
trailer
Yeah,
trashy.
because see, I can put this on and everything, and then I'm like, oh yeah, this is just popping. I'm rock star.
Yeah, but you know,
You could get trailer trashy.
You could get
I could have a
trailer trashy.
bikini top right now, some funky
Some blue
cutters,
eyeshadow.
some eyeshadow, blue contacts,
I'm
real.
yeah,
So
and a big
bangles and a beer can, and a
Yeah.
baby on my hip, and a baby on my hip, and one of that
And a
plastic
cigarette.
car,
and a cigarette,
and one of that plastic car shit
Put your
you
wine
pushing
in a
down.
box.
and a
My
cigarette.
wine in a box on the backwood, with my dirty feet up at the bottom, so filthy.
That
Sorry.
was just really racist.
They gonna be yes, and they're gonna say
and that was
this
really
girl-
racist.
You know what they're
But
gonna
that's
say?
the point.
We don't like that one because that one has said that our feet has been dirty since the first episode.
She been saying it.
Of the
It's
wine.
walking
around
no
barefoot.
apparent reason.
It's
So
because
that's
I
probably
hang with the Jersey Shore girls, like, and every time I look under the stall at the beach, your fucking feet are dirty. So
That's because you flip flopping it. You know when you wear
No,
flip flops,
they
that
take
dirt.
the
so they're
flip-flops
taking them off, high five, and that's
the
it.
flip flops totally off.
Keep them on. At least the back is dirty. You
Yeah, the
know
back
what
is dirty.
flip flopping
I was gonna say,
is. You were driving. Your driving foot is dirty. I get that. You are not gonna get off that whole
Yeah,
bottom
yeah.
right here, black.
Crazy.
That's
Or,
ghetto.
How about
Okay.
That's ghetto.
That's
your
ghetto.
hair?
Ooh, let's talk hair.
This was a big issue for my mom.
It was. You going natural?
Hair is
Yes.
beautiful.
No, she no. When I say she went natural, that bitch buzzed her head.
Yes, good.
It wasn't the first time I
I
had
thought
short
it
hair.
did.
So
Michael Jackson did it.
granted,
Yeah,
Buzzed
like
her
yeah,
head.
that was it. Yeah, buzzed her head.
it wasn't the first time I had short hair. So my mother has typically not been a fan of short hair, period.
Okay.
So every time I had cut my hair, anytime in the past, she had always wilded out. So that was already a thing. But then there was the fact that I decided I'm not doing no dyeing, I'm not doing no perming, I'm not doing no texturizing, I'm not doing all of this weaving.
Can I interject?
Absolutely.
What color is your mom?
My mother is a very dark skinned woman.
Okay. Hair texture.
I have no idea. She don't know. I don't
You
know.
don't know because it's right.
It's always been the same. That's why because she permed the shit out of it. So I
So you
never
just straight.
saw it.
Her hair straight.
Don't.
Yeah, I
Her
didn't see
hair
what it
straight.
looked like since the 70s.
So, how about what we were saying about her deciding not to have?
Right.
Okay, go.
Exactly.
All right,
Which
go.
is why I even thought of it in the first
Uh-huh.
place.
Good.
She probably feels as though I'm being,
You're going to be judged
yes,
and
Oh, you're
perceived
black,
a
yes.
certain
You're gonna be
way
judged on
with
your
shorter
blackness.
hair.
right.
Yeah.
Browner skin. She
Natural,
wants
right.
to keep you as light as possible. Hair as
And to go
long
back to what
as-
you said, the one,
Whoa.
the lighter skinned one is the one doing
Yes,
like this.
and you're like, no, I want my afro, my
Yeah.
dashiki, boom.
Oh,
and
sidebar.
it's
That's why I wear my dashiki today.
the Blasian.
Because you're light enough.
Right.
No, I'm not. Okay, we're gonna get to what I.
She's from the tribe of light.
I am not. We're gonna have this discussion.
So-
But go ahead, Rizmi.
She was like totally against it. She did feel that way, and I knew that was gonna be the case. However, I don't care. I know that's getting ready to be the case, but that's not my problem. That's their problem. They need to get used to the fact. First of all, I don't even know if I can necessarily blame a lot of the white people that I work with for not knowing how to react.
I can.
I want to blame us. I blame us.
I feel like you can
Very
But
blame
I blame us.
Listen,
We've hid
let me tell you
for so long. No,
Me-
I blame us. We've hid
No.
for so
Rizmi,
long. We
Rizmi, no,
hide.
I don't go to work like this. She works with me. She know I go to work full black. I don't give a fuck. I go curly afro. I'll go with 2 ponytails,
A scarf.
a scarf. I have tied a scarf around my head.
Sleep.
Absolutely did.
A half a hairdo saving her
Correct,
her
yes.
edges for later.
I will go with a side
We going
ponytail.
out later.
I will go.
The
I don't
ponytail she
care.
went out in and slept in, and the edges is sticking out, and she's still going.
But let me
Good
tell you
morning.
what they do, and I don't think it's not their fault because I do change so much. So they have a different name for me every time I come in looking different.
Mhm.
But they absolutely adore my curly afro,
Mhm.
and I think it's because in their head they think they have to. Do that make any sense?
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah. Like, oh, finally.
There's like, oh my God,
Absolutely.
Karen, you know I love your hair like that.
Like, what?
Oh my God,
How you think
know
I'm
I
gonna
love
walk
it.
around looking like a sheepdog?
But let,
I
okay,
am not.
but hold
So,
up. Let me just say, some
go
of the
ahead,
white
because
people,
I'm going
some
another
of the
way.
white people I work
Go.
with, they don't talk like that.
Yeah.
They don't.
No.
Most of them be like, oh, I love that shit. Your hair look good. Like,
Yes,
you
no, I know your white
I mean, you know
Those
my
my
white
people.
So,
Shout to the bank.
so the fake, right? So the fake white boys I just put on.
Exactly.
That ain't
Some of
real.
them like that. Some of them.
Yeah, that was
That's
the
not- yeah, that was
stereotypical
just
guy. That's the
stereotypical.
white man.
But nah, the
That's
white.
the man talk.
That's
Yeah, that's,
stereotypical.
that's when the man talks.
Yeah, but you know, my white coworkers, they're really black on the inside.
Yes.
You know, but anyway,
They're
but
just
I think
natural.
it's because they don't know what to say.
Yes.
And they can't say, bitch, why you got your hair like that?
Yeah.
Yes.
They can't say that. So
No, because it's actually yours now. So
I'm
it's
not
like,
gonna put
uh-oh.
names on the podcast, but somebody that we both know,
Mhm.
a certain business developer,
I bet.
was asking me. He's like, "Oh, you had your hair different when you came to the main office. So with this is the ghetto, and that's the other." I don't know what he said besides that
Okay,
I
because
never
you
got
got
past
past
that.
ghetto.
You
You
blacked
just
out.
fucking
You
blacked
blacked
out.
You
You
blacked
ghettoed out.
And I was
Blacked
like,
out.
"What does my hair have to do
With any goddamn
with the
thing
ghetto?"
going on.
I woke
And
up,
yeah, like I'm
washed
so
it,
sick of it.
conditioned it dry.
Do I walk around and ask why everyone else looks like a sheepdog? No, I don't.
So you can't say racist
Yes,
shit
I can.
all the time.
They're saying racist shit
She's
all
tell
the
me she not
time,
always
right?
racist,
So
Kendall.
I'm very petty like
Is
that.
she not real?
I'm
She
that.
Charisma,
I'm
she
sued.
racist.
I would have
You
said
have
that.
to
Do
give
we
an
question
example.
Katie Ann? Are we questioning?
What the fuck you
I
come
know.
up with these
I don't
names
care.
from?
Are we questioning her about her goddamn straggle? It's straggle every damn day. The same old mane.
That's
It's
true.
just
This is
straggle
He
mane.
didn't do
See, and when
that.
she talks about this, I personally don't feel it's racist. It's just sort of like, what if the
Can
shoe
you
was
know
on
it,
the other?
Kim?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yes, but
If the shoe is
yeah.
on the other foot, you know what I mean. The reason it's not
Yes.
racist is because it actually doesn't happen.
Yes.
You're right.
That comment was simply just a
Flip
reversal, right, of the situation.
Thank you.
So it's hypothetical more
It's
than
it's
anything.
just showing
Now,
that I have
if we
things
were
in
a
my
boss
head.
in a position of power and
Yeah.
I run a company, one day this white girl got her hair one day versus this way, and I comment and I say something about it like that, then yeah, it's racist. But the thing is that doesn't happen, or if it does, not nearly as much as the other scenario. So,
That's
Exactly.
that
I
good
feel
college
so.
education right there.
We
That's-
just
that's-
broke it
that's-
down, analyzed it.
Oh,
But
Rizmi,
wait,
this is my little cousin
My-
Dito. Dito,
yes.
that's Rizmi.
yeah.
Nice to meet you.
And so, but in my son's school, the nurse, one day,
Mhm.
she's white, her hair's this color.
I know that's right.
The next day, her hair's pink. The next day, it's red, like the extreme pink, extreme red. Every single day,
She doing her.
nose rings.
and no one ever says anything about
No one.
Says anything.
it. Right. But
I
coming with
do.
some pink braids,
I do
right? And
because
It's a
they were
wrap.
saying it to me.
that's my point.
You
It's a
look.
wrap.
I kept changing, but I kept changing. But what they didn't, what they think is my me still wasn't me.
It's because they can express themselves without everything being attached to them. They can have pink, yellow, green hair, whatever.
Yeah, why does
And
that
not-
have to be?
That's just, oh, they're just like that.
And they
That's
only
just-
have
but
one
if you
image
do-
of us. They
Right.
want us to look like this slave mammy
Yeah,
thing.
they do. They
And
want
we
that.
all don't come like that, especially thanks to your great 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 granddads.
Right.
Thank you. They slept
I have-
with
I have,
all our grandmothers.
Like blonde in my chin.
So you
Come
can
on.
see it right now. It's
So
on-
there
it's
is
on
my
red.
son
Yeah,
is
it's on red.
blonde with eyes.
Well, my grandfather
like
was. My,
yes.
you know, my
Yes,
father's
exactly.
Your
father.
hair is
White.
straight hair. Under here, straight hair. Like,
Mm-hmm.
and a whole hell of a lot of it is why I don't deal with my shit in the summer. However, like, why do we have to live by that? Why do we have to live by the shape? So,
Put me
when
some
back
more.
let me say one thing
Kind of
that
lapping us a little bit.
I want to,
y'all-
yeah,
y'all
and I don't
just
like
slow
that.
down.
She's like in the
That's my
pool.
favorite
Yeah,
one.
they're in the pool right now.
We
Pool of alcohol. What's the song?
I ain't even eat yet.
Okay, eat some bagel.
neither did
You
y'all.
ate some everything.
I had a
Yeah,
I had a bite.
Oh, cheater.
All right, Dito, since you're the only
No,
man
wait.
here.
Let me just say
You
one more
in
thing.
my block.
Wait. Yeah, come
up here.
please.
I'm
And let me just say one
You
more
in my
thing.
block.
I want to say one more thing to Riz about that whole mother thing and color thing.
Mhm.
So,
Come over this way, son.
to reverse that,
You gotta
come
be a little
in, try to
tight.
get in. I'm
I'm
still
trying to make
gonna
sure I
like.
pick this
fall
over
up.
to the
You
side.
better not kick that liquor.
I'm trying not to.
So,
That's a sin.
what I was gonna say.
Look at all of us on the couch.
We look cute. There we go. Shades. We in here.
Kind of mostly one color.
Yeah,
No.
right?
All right, so
Yeah. But wait, no, let me just say what I was gonna say
Okay.
back about her mom.
Yeah, we're
yeah.
about the same.
So, yeah, no, you guys are exactly the
You
same.
got
You
a
got a
tan.
little tan.
That's
Yep.
all it
Yeah,
is.
he got a
So he
tan.
works out yeah.
Outside.
And yes. Okay. So what you were saying about your mom and how she wanted to put you out to the world. In reversal, I found myself doing that with my own daughter. So my daughter is darker than me. My daughter is maybe your color, maybe a little darker.
No, she
right?
not.
Jazz brown.
Jazz is my color. We both brown.
I'm done with her.
She looks darker.
Thank you.
But that's only, I guess, you know, camera, internet, whatever.
You
but she
kinda-
looks
you look like
darker.
my color.
Yeah.
I am not.
Also,
No,
I feel like light-skinned people think they're darker than
we
they
got-
Yes,
are.
Okay,
I
no,
swear to
no,
God,
we
we
gonna have
have
a
people being
conversation
darker. No,
They
we
do.
want to be
It's
dark.
It's a guilt thing.
No
No,
one wants to
no,
be like.
It's
no.
a guilt thing.
We
No,
might
no,
have-
it's a guilt thing.
Tell them that.
No,
though. Let's say that
it's
again.
true.
You don't
It's
want
not.
to be the
You
pale
have
black
makers.
person.
That's not even your real color.
Thank
Shut
you.
up, Caprice, mother.
She done baked.
I bronzed myself. No,
But wait, no, let me just say real
That's
quick.
why I said
It's
we're gonna have a
serious, and then y'all can
conversation
get into it. It's really serious
Let
because
us.
I want you to help me try to figure that out though, because I did find myself doing what her
Yeah,
mom
because
did,
you
but
are
in a different
mentally
way.
sick.
No, I found myself feeling like I could save my daughter in certain situations when I showed up
Okay.
as her lighter mom. Does that make sense? They
For
treated me.
example.
Go to the school. Her school's all white. Versus the darker mom that
Right,
when
no.
she leaves, they
Presentation.
give her this
Different.
stigma. Oh, she's just this and that and the third. And then how they treat me. We live in a town. They know my parents. So my mom works in a school district. So she was like friends with one of the secretaries, and it was just like they gave me a different pull in.
Mm-hmm.
Anytime there was soccer, functions, all of that, before I was pulled in, before I started presenting myself as that mom that should fit in with these people, I was left out. My daughter didn't know soccer, cheerleading, we didn't know any programs going on in the town
because
until I showed up and started like, hey, and then they're like, oh, well, that one is her mom. Like, so
Okay.
don't put her in the bunch with,
The
the
right
black.
yeah. And my daughter was always the darkest one because she was mostly the only one that was black.
Not even dark.
No, but I'm saying because she was the only one that was
That's the
Brown.
black. She the only
Brown.
black girl.
She's the brown girl, and she got to go and be a part of a lot more things. And I thought it was because I was light. It could be because that they feel more comfortable with a lighter face. It could
Absolutely.
be because I feel like me, I'm more educated.
No, but it's just that
I
thing.
spoke well.
It's your
You know,
confidence.
yeah,
It's your
yeah. I
But it's
gave
all of
something
that.
else.
It's
All those things are
Yeah.
connected. The education, lighter
Yes.
skin, all
Yes,
the
it-
presentation.
yeah.
It's not,
It's
and
too
that's the
much
thing. You
work.
can't separate. I think.
It's too much work to be black, isn't it?
It's a lot, but colorism goes to both ends
But
of
we
the
do too,
spectrum.
though.
Yeah,
It's
that's
not
what we're
just
talking
It
about.
goes
Right.
like
Yeah,
dark
today
skinned
is this
people
topic.
against light skinned
Us
people. Like I don't
doing
know,
it.
Right,
if
true,
y'all
right.
y'all
It's
might
like
not
we
know.
fight outside. Why don't we fight at home too?
We do, but my aunt Kim, y'all okay,
School.
Yes.
and they translucent. I know that might be a black term that we use for like
Light bright.
real light skinned people.
Exactly. So
She's
like,
translucent.
light
She got the
Yellow.
slanted eyes, very
light,
Chinese,
very
like
straight hair.
whatever. But as a child growing up, she used to get called Oreo. She used to get
Bullied.
called Chink. She was bullied. She had no friends when she was little because she was way too light.
Yeah.
So colorism on the African American spectrum, unfortunately,
Cannot be light.
it goes either you too dark
Yup.
or you too light.
Yeah,
You either
that's
gonna be
true.
called
That's
a
true.
black ass or a white ass
So
bitch.
to me,
One of
when
the
it
two. You're
comes
gonna be a
to
black ass bitch or a
African-
white ass bitch. I would call
African
so many white ass
Americans, I'm gonna
bitches.
actually, you know what? When I go for my
Like your
doctorate,
mother. Now
I'm
you
gonna go
really
for my
mad.
doctorate, and I'm gonna do my thesis, and I'm gonna call it the Goldilocks theory.
Mhm.
So to me,
That's right.
as an African American,
Yes.
you can't be too
Too
dark.
Yeah.
You can't be too
You gotta be
light.
just
You gotta be just right.
Your
It's the
hair texture
Goldilocks
has to be a certain
mentality.
texture. to
Yeah.
be
Exactly.
just
To
Right.
be just right. It's a Goldilocks mentality.
Yep.
Don't steal my shit.
Well,
It's too late.
I'm about to
We've
trademark
already,
that
we've
motherfucker.
already trademarked it.
Oprah about to say that shit. She
Anytime
about
they
well,
play
the
the-
Goldilocks theory.
It's the theory
It's
already.
done.
It's out.
Where's that
It's
for
in
me?
the world. You've already put it out there.
I'm
You
gonna-
should put it out
I
there
should have
without
just
doubt.
kept it.
But I do want to shout out this wine that started following us.
Oh, we have a wine company.
Yes, we have a new company following us, and I do want to shout them out. I want to say it's Bar Dog.
Well, that gotta be the next thing then.
Yeah, we need to.
That
Y'all
is
wine
definitely.
companies. Listen, we
That
promote
is
y'all
definitely.
entirely too much.
Yeah,
For
so
free.
Kendall about to start getting on there and
It
start
won't be-
tagging
yes,
y'all.
it won't be
hey,
free
we're
for
gonna
long.
get you guys.
It won't be free for long.
It won't be free.
No, it won't. Soon as only paid
advertise. That's
Thank
right.
you.
That's right.
I was about to say advertisement.
Our live videos are gonna interrupt with a 15-second ad from
Yes.
our sponsor.
So
From
it
a
is.
sponsor.
It is
Yes,
Bar Dog Wine.
Bar
Shout
Dog.
out to Bar
Shout out
Dog
Bar Dog.
Wine.
They are from Santa Rosa, California.
LA people always give us love. They
Yes.
always give us love.
So they are. What do they feature? So one thing, Carol, you will love about them is that they give proceeds to
Animals?
Yep.
Wow.
The wine
Well, that's a rescue.
country animal rescue.
Yes.
So you need to visit them,
We're
and
gonna-
I
I'm
need to
also
get my
an animal
doggy
lover
from
as
there.
well.
Okay, so we
Good.
should all we're gonna have to start
So
following.
yeah,
you
we follow. So we follow you guys.
Okay.
Anybody that knows a Bar Dog Wine, let them know we're following, and
Please
we're waiting
contact them.
for our free Bar Dog Wine
Yes.
to feature on the wine.
And I will also donate to your cause for animals.
Look at
Anything with
them,
animals.
all doggies.
Wow.
That's what it's called. Oh my
Yeah.
God! Look
Yo,
at his
Is he
face.
cute?
You
The
guys-
little pit bulls.
That's like the
oh,
only one I'm
that's
drinking.
not
That's
the
why
only
I
one
ended
I
up being
drink.
late here.
Bar
It was
Dog
raining
Wine,
earlier,
guys.
This one.
and my
Wow.
dog got in the mud. All
Your dog got in the mud. So you was mad that your dog got dark skin?
Oh my God. Is he
Look,
cute?
You wanna hear
First
something
of all,
crazy?
it's-
Hilarious?
gorgeous.
You wanna hear something crazy? I was just on the phone with my girlfriend and she said,
He is cute.
I said something about blah blah. If I was
Yes, I
dark
love
skinned, and she was like, oh, if you was dark skinned, you wouldn't be attractive.
No, she
What?
didn't.
Said that.
See?
No, she
She-
did not.
In her defense, so she was probably joking just to make fun of me, but I feel like part of it. She's
No, it
probably
might have
watching-
been-
Well, you know what? I'm
Sanjay,
not gonna,
I
I've
feel
said
like
the
you-
same thing.
You hurt his feelings because he's not dark.
The only reason I said I wouldn't want to be dark skinned personally is because I just wouldn't want to waste money on tattoos that I can't see. Other than that, I wouldn't.
That's his whole fucking right, right.
Here's the
It's
racism.
happening.
Everybody. I don't want to be black as hell because I don't want to waste my money on
It's
sex
tattoo.
that I
It's
can't see.
tattoo.
But I do feel like there's more
But
of a
so,
movement recently.
how about
It is.
how
No, but
about
I said that.
making fucking ink that you can see on black ass? Like it's 2017. It's something. Oh, is it? What is it? It's not.
That must be kicking in.
According to the wine, according to my wine, damn it, it's 2017.
I mean, I get the day wrong.
Oh yeah.
It's like
You're almost the 8th month.
It's not like 2 months.
So end. It's like so over.
She's
That's
2017.
hilarious.
However, my point is, how about we all realize, and we all do know, but why do we accept that there is something bigger going on?
What do you mean?
with everything surrounding color.
Are you about to?
Well,
No, I'm talking about makeup. I'm talking
Oh, hell
about
yeah.
everything. Tattoos. You know me.
Yeah.
Get the fucking ink that works
Okay.
for my black ass. Like,
Look at Mike.
Look at Mike.
I don't want a perm now. I want some color. I want curly texture. Put some shit that dyes curly. Like, what is the issue? The issue is the underlining hate
for our
for
own.
our own race.
All right, so
And within our own selves.
that's a
Like,
perfect segue.
let's
Let me
go.
just explain
All right,
something.
go ahead.
I have this on my lap for a real reason. When I was back there tussling with shit, is
Oh,
because
my
of a
goodness.
fact. No, but
Oh, the paper
I know
bag.
where she going with
I don't mean to offend anyone.
We've all been to
I chose
college.
not to join a sorority when I was in college. I kind of sort of think of them as cults.
Yep.
That's my own
They
personal
are
opinion.
cults. I take it the same way.
Yeah,
Oh, no,
never
them fact, I'll be doing some other shit.
okay,
Yeah,
so
we
I
never
mean, but
did.
look, this is our own
Join.
But
opinion.
yeah, sorry.
Go,
Yeah.
go Sigma Gamma Rho, go AKA, go Delta, go all y'all. But
Is that a symbol?
when I was
I
young,
don't think so.
I think that was from
that was a crick call.
No,
that was
no,
that
that was from
was calling the bloods out. She
no,
heard.
that was from Norfolk and Garfield.
Not for the girlfriend.
That was aliens. That was calling aliens.
Yeah. You
I was calling
You was
dolphins.
calling dolphin.
I don't know what that
All right, but go.
Oh, but
Yeah.
when I was younger, I always remember them saying that a certain prestigious black sorority did not accept you if you were not lighter than a paper bag.
Yeah.
And,
And
this
now how would
this
you
is
classify
the stigma and the yes. Let's go into
Because
colorism. I consider
there
myself.
has no blood running through it, so
No.
it doesn't get the red.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't
get
pick
the
up the hues.
oranges. It doesn't
But you
get
can't
the
be
I'm
dark.
not sure that's the
yellows.
correct paper bag.
Yeah, oh no, it is. But you can't be darker than this.
I'm not sure if that's the
That's
one.
it.
Are you, if you
But
can't
it's
be-
summertime
That's
though. So
No. But besides the fact,
Because we all ain't making
that's
no, we ain't gonna make it. But this is my whole thing. What the fuck is this?
Are you sad?
like, what if I wanted to be an AKA?
All right.
I didn't say their name. Why you gonna
So
say that?
now, but now I'm
I'm
gonna
just
save you.
guessing, so
Now I'm
I'm-
gonna save you. In higher society, screw that crap. They have the blue vein.
Yes.
I've
society.
seen
yeah.
that.
Yes.
That's a thing.
Put it
Now,
out.
Now, you know what? For some reason, I don't pass
we're
the paper
in.
bag test, but
No,
I
they have a
my
blue vein.
Yes.
So you'll
Oh,
definitely
so
be
it's
you see?
whatever then. We're
Put
lit.
But
your-
that's because your blood is actually
Oh, I meant say that.
yeah. But your
Just
blood
say
is
it.
actually
as long as
a
they can
cold-
see, you're in. You're light enough.
You're light enough to see a vein. But that's because your blood is actually an indigo
Ooh, it's
hue
cool, duh.
until
Until
oxygen
it
until it
oxidizes.
oxidizes and then it
Yeah.
turns red.
Damn.
I have no idea what the fuck
Yeah,
that
my
means.
parents really did something.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
Mom and dad
Smart,
did
right?
something right.
Right, you're like, oh shit, I knew that. Like, I could have passed that.
What was I saying? I was saying what
Oh,
was
yeah, I
I
went to
saying?
class.
Right, like, hey!
What was I saying?
No,
About
but Rizmi
when you
was
were-
gonna
you
say
didn't-
something.
you
We
didn't
did the
Oh, I
bag
wasn't
thing.
talking?
No, you were
Oh,
done with
you
the
were
bag.
drinking.
Yep. And then I jumped
Okay.
into the Blue Vein Society.
Okay.
Now go ahead, Riz.
When does the law of attraction cross the line into colorism?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it does.
I've had this before. Like
Yeah,
the
listen.
person that I'm attracted to, and I don't feel colorism. Like I said, my mom's dark skinned, my sister's dark skinned. Actually, I'm the only one that's even brown skinned. Just me and my father.
Mm-hmm.
So I definitely see the beauty in all
In
skin
all
colors and
colors,
things like
yes.
that. However, I like dark skinned black ass dudes. like I like to be black and black. So
Black and black.
I just want to turn the light out and just want to see your
Sidewalk
teeth,
black.
right? Your
Sidewalk
teeth
black.
and your
I
eyeballs.
want your tar black.
Uh-huh.
Blue black.
I love black.
I love
So-
black.
Black.
But on the other hand, I
Do you
said
have a
this
test
before.
for it? If they're darker than like the asphalt.
I have a test. I have a
Right?
test.
Yeah, right.
I
Oh
don't have a
yeah.
test.
You cannot be.
No, I have dated
If you are
like-
lighter than this chalkboard,
If your penis is
I
bright
want
pink, if your penis is bright
Keep
pink,
saying this.
What do you say?
I can't.
yeah,
Or
of course
no?
I do.
yeah, but if your penis is bright
And
pink,
what
I
is that
can't
the
fuck
first
with
thing
you.
you
I
saw?
don't believe that's
I
a
gotta
thing
say
for
no.
black
What do you,
men.
that is light skin.
All right, so
But you
here.
know what it is?
Alright,
It's
look,
a-
we want to get on this conversation really quickly. What
But
you
can
just
I-
saying, I'm going to show you. What's the first thing you
Can
saw?
I defend my?
What do you
Yeah,
mean?
in a
I-
minute, you're going to defend it to them.
Alright. We should show the.
But there's
picture.
another
Yeah.
side to this.
Beautiful.
Okay.
Do you see her?
Yeah, they're both beautiful.
Exactly. What did you? They're both black.
Yeah, they both. I know they both.
To be
black.
honest, I didn't even look at her face first. The first thing I
Yes.
looked at was her legs.
Legs.
Yes.
Me too.
And
How black
Only
She
because
does.
now in my defense, that's only because
Okay,
I've never
so
seen
then I
a
can show the
complexion
camera.
so dark. The same way if I would have seen a white person that's
Really
light,
white,
like, really,
yeah,
well, I guess
yeah.
albinos, even albinos,
They're black
you see-
though.
Yes.
Well, yeah, that's true.
Adorable.
But I guess, but if we're talking
But
about
what's
skin
the
color,
first thing you're
though,
going
Yeah,
to
but even white albinos look exactly the same as black albinos.
Like the
It's a
pigmentation.
pigmentation.
It don't get no
That's
white.
the thing.
It's the pigmentation.
it's not just about
No, it's
colors.
black.
It's
That-
about
that
all the
is from-
stuff
yeah,
that
no,
like
it's not
lighter
black.
skin and the features that
You
come
don't get
with
no
it.
black
Yeah,
in
oh
that
God.
That's what it is. You feel me? Hold up. No,
I don't know if you guys can see this here, but this is what I showed them.
It's about the features.
These
the
two
hair.
beautiful
Because, you can
girls.
still have
These
natural
girls
hair.
here
You can
are
still
both
have hair.
of African American
Yes.
descent.
Yes.
But again,
They're
lighter
both
skin,
black.
What you got in you, more white. You feel me?
What do you see more of?
Features are
My
different.
thing
It's not
is,
just about the
why
color.
do we
It's not.
deny it? Why do we turn this ugly? The first thing you see is the black.
What
Well,
do you mean?
That's the first thing you see. So why do we make it
Well,
bad
also-
to
I
see
didn't-
that?
I didn't
No, I'm
say
not talking
she
about
did.
us.
No,
I'm
no,
talking
no,
about
other people.
society.
Society.
Why did they turn that around on us? What happened?
But also in this picture, what I do notice that stands out to me is that both of them are very pretty. What
They
about,
are. They're both
what about
very-
if you're not very pretty? What
Pretty.
about if you just
Ugly.
regular ass,
Black.
regular
Ugly.
you? Now you won't look
Not
alright.
regular you.
Every
You
year.
just
You
ugly.
ain't
You
going
are
like a
ugly.
model. You know, you can
You
be a model.
show is
you see, look,
ugly.
look, but that's
Do
the
you
thing.
remember that
It's
from
not.
Color Purple?
Yeah.
You show is ugly. You remember that line?
That was shit.
No, shit.
Talking to Whoopi.
Because Whoopi had the nappy
Whoopi,
hair.
first of all,
the
though,
dark skin.
Whoopi
Shout
show
out
is
Whoopi.
ugly. It
Yeah.
wasn't about her nappy hair or her dark skin.
Shout out
That
Whoopi
added to
Goldberg.
her
Shout out. I'm
ugly.
trying to go on the view.
I love
Me
Whoopi.
too.
Whoopi knows she ugly. What is we talking about?
Own it.
That's Whoopi. Whoopi ain't changed
She
her
ugly as
face.
fuck.
Cause she ain't supposed to.
And she got hella
Whoopi.
money.
I'm Whoopi, goddammit.
Being herself.
My old ugly
Being her ugly
ass.
self.
I love me. You don't have to. But apparently, millions of people do. Because I make
Yeah.
millions of
All right.
dollars. Everybody's
All right.
saying I'm like,
What
oh,
time
yeah.
is it? What time is
But
it?
no, let's read this one.
No.
A few minutes.
No, I'm saying what time is it?
11:50.
Oh, okay. But look, all right. So you look at that. While she's going through that, I want to ask y'all, the panel, a for real question. Rizmi.
Light skinned daughters.
Okay, Rizmi, what color do you consider yourself?
Brown.
Okay, Shunda,
Light skinned.
Dito.
Brown.
I consider myself brown skinned as well.
She's something like.
But that's not.
I do.
We don't. We
She
can't.
considers
You
herself
All right, wait,
chocolate.
different
I
question.
do.
Hold on,
You're right.
hold on,
No,
wait,
no,
wait.
no, she's completely
She
right.
likes to
I
be
do
dark
consider
skinned.
myself
She
chocolate.
does
When
consider
people say,
herself
"Oh,
dark.
what color are you?" I say,
That's
But
what I'm
she
saying.
doesn't want anyone else to say that to
Right.
her.
So what color? That's a better question. What color do you consider her?
Light skin,
What color do you consider me?
brown. Brown.
Brown. Okay.
She have on makeup. She cheating the whole game.
I'm not
Yeah,
cheating
I
on
want to see
you.
what I want to see your freckles and all that shit.
No.
And then that's when we gonna know whether you actually brown skin. Like we'll let the viewers decide.
Bitch said, "I want you to show your freckles and everything. You covering up everything." I consider myself a chocolate girl.
That's good.
Just like
Oh, I love you. Yeah.
But on the flip side, if you hear a guy, if I say I only like dark skin,
She's good.
and you hear a guy say they only like
Do
light
we
skin,
think she had that colorism? Do we think it's why her dad is white, or was it
From-
just
you
like-
talking about Yara Shahid?
Yeah, her mom.
Oh,
her mom
her,
was
her,
gorgeous.
her mom look just alike.
They do.
She was
They
actually
look
just
just
like
just
her mom.
a
They
lot
look
from
just
her
alike.
dad.
Yeah.
But so, do we think the skin color was the issue for the mom not succeeding
Mm-mm.
as a model?
I don't know.
Yes.
Well,
Yes, as a model.
considering how long
At that
ago,
time?
yes.
Let me tell you
Also
something.
wearing her hair
At that
natural.
time. At that time.
Let me tell you something.
yeah.
It is only one queen of a darker hue that has wrecked this motherfucking world, and that bitch is Grace Jones.
Oh, all right.
That bitch
Oh,
came
bitch.
into this world
Bitch.
and said, "Fuck y'all."
And a rock star.
And a rock star.
And was a
Fuck with
rock
y'all color.
star.
Fuck, I ain't got no long hair. My shit shaved. I'm gonna wear
Electric
bright ass
guitars.
yellow lipstick.
What?
That bitch
Shaved
is-
her fro blonde. Bang on me.
Again, though,
Bang on them. You want
when
to
you-
love me.
See,
That's what Grace Jones
I have
said.
that same problem when it comes to like big girls, and they'll compare themselves to like full figure models. Like you still not a model though. Like
No.
No.
You're
So
not.
now, you still not a model though.
So all my
Yeah, so it's
black
like
things for
now
today
now
that I
I'm forced
needed
to
us to
decide like
Yes.
are you actually like, oh, this girl, see this girl, she's beautiful and she's dark skinned. She is beautiful and she's dark skinned.
But why
Why
do
do
you
we
just why do you have
have
to
to say that?
Why
That
do we
is the
say
rude
that?
part.
Why do we have to say, oh,
That
she's
is an
beautiful
issue for me
and she's
as
dark
But
well.
it's the same reason why you was talking about why white people people feel so compelled to say things about your hair when you wear
Yes.
it. It's the same
Well, at least I didn't drink
Like,
that.
you know what I mean?
Exactly. I don't want you to-
I feel
I'm
like
not gonna, I look at your lips like, yeah, no,
And
no, that
And I almost wanted to
lipstick,
tell
I
her,
know.
like, you have a beautiful
Don't
complexion.
get it on
but it's
your
like,
mouth.
if I saw a light skin,
Good.
I feel good
the
back
same.
then.
Yes, like, we're good.
Why
Did
is
y'all
that?
hear what
Go
D-Joe
ahead,
just
no,
said?
all right. We were
There
talking
was
about the wine.
D-Joe don't really count because he half Dominican.
Right. But it's just, I'm
Half
still
Puerto
black.
Rican,
you know?
black on top of
Dominicans
black.
count.
That counts.
Because
They
a lot,
say N-word
and another
and
thing,
Dominicans
and
are-
what- a lot of Dominican people.
That was my
No,
whole
they
thing
You're like,
about the whole
I'm not
Hispanic.
Dominican. Yeah, y'all Hispanic
They're
brothers, yo,
Dominican,
y'all need
yeah.
to get it together. You
Yes.
black. It's just, you feel
You
me?
are black.
The French got the Haitians.
Yeah.
The Spanish got us.
That's
It's
it.
just, y'all still black.
We are black.
Yeah,
You feel
black.
me? But anyway, my point is okay. So I was out and I saw a girl with really dark skin, but she was pretty, and I almost felt compelled to even go up to her and say like, "Wow, you have a beautiful complexion." That was it. But then I was thinking in my head like, okay, if I would see you or somebody who looked like your color,
Right.
even if
Would
they're
I
beautiful,
say it?
would I say the same thing? And I'm like, no. In my
So
head, I don't
that's
think.
not
I might
a
say
good-
they're pretty, but I
Yeah,
wouldn't
right.
say you have a beautiful
Yeah,
complexion
exactly.
first. And
You're
I think
trying to
the
feel
reason,
sensitive for
right?
her.
But it's not even, not.
She doesn't
I guess
need
not
that.
consciously is my
Yes.
point. Because I did. I'm looking at her.
All the
Wow,
time.
look at that
Yes.
beautiful. Like it was almost
Yes.
shiny. You know what I mean?
Yes,
Like
that
dark
shiny
skin, so that it was
leather,
like shiny kind
Soft skin, yeah.
And so you know what I mean. I just kind of thought in my head, I'm like, would I do it if it was like in person? But I think going back to what you were saying about how when white, when you change your hair up and white people see, oh my God, Kara, I love your hair like that. Blah, blah, blah. It's almost because they feel compelled to let you
Compelled to
know,
let you know
only
that
because
they are
know
with you.
or they know it's
Why
underappreciated.
does she always believe
You
you?
feel me?
Why?
It's
Why?
because, no,
It's underappreciated.
it's underappreciated.
Cut
But
in between.
going back to what you're saying, though, I do feel like, though, especially now, I do feel like there is more of a movement between black folks that we're appreciating, like you said, like, you like them in just teeth and eyes, that's it. You
Right?
feel me?
Oh,
That's
no,
it.
teeth and
Yes.
eyes.
I did
But
say
that's
that.
my point.
You did?
Good. He's
That's my
listening,
point. You
yeah.
feel me? But that's what I'm
All
saying.
y'all
I feel
tongues
it's
is
more of a
blue.
movement.
Yeah.
Just
What color
sidebar.
is yours?
I don't know.
Okay.
And your
And
teeth a
your
little
teeth.
bit.
So,
And my teeth
FYI. Thanks for that. We all
That
got
was a
good
good
teeth.
choice.
I already had light lipstick as
Stick-
is,
wait,
so
stick
it
your
already
tongue
came
out.
off a little crazy. Listen to wine dad. Look in the day.
What was we
So,
talking about?
I like that.
Dark skin, sure.
Yeah, I don't think so. How about
But when someone said the same thing, like that they only like light skinned girls, and this
Oh,
is
I hate
dark-skinned
that.
guys.
I don't do that.
Then they was like, what? Oh my God.
Yeah,
And I was
don't
like,
do
well, I
that.
just said I only like dark skinned dudes, but y'all ain't jumped down my
jump
throat.
down your throat. for
Nobody
that.
got me.
No.
Because Lord knows,
But-
I like
but-
Mrs.
But so what is the
Chocolate.
stigma
But would it be
on a
messed
light?
up for me
So
to say-
it's bad for a light skinned man
Hey,
and a dark skinned woman
I like
in black culture. But it's
It's
more
more
to
acceptable.
be a
You know
that-
light skinned
you know that person.
woman
You know that
and a
person.
dark skinned
That's
man.
No,
That's
that's
what
because we had
In
this
movies
discussion
and
before.
shit.
It has every light skinned men like dark skinned women because they like their nuts to look like plums.
It's because
It's
of
different
what
movies.
They like
You know what,
that.
Kara? I don't know what you're talking about.
Light skinned men like dark skinned women because it's like a banana and like a plum. Then we had this discussion.
You
I don't know
are
what you're
not
talking about.
a light skinned man, so I will not let you speak for them.
Am I?
And
I don't count.
no, you
I'm
don't
right.
even have to speak for them
Oh
or
my God.
challenge that.
But I know that my
craziness.
dad is like lighter than me, and he only seems to like dark skinned women.
Mhm.
Yeah. I knew a man who only dated dark skinned women till up to recently.
But I think that's weird, too. I
And
think
your parents
only
were
doing one or the
almost
other.
like the
is
same
something
color. Your parents.
I think it's a person. I don't have a preference.
And your parents. Excuse me. But look at you, both of you
But
guys.
I
have
think
parents.
opposites
Your
don't
parents,
attract.
though, both sets are almost the same
I'm darker
color.
than
Yeah,
both
they
of
are.
my parents, though.
Yeah, but they're almost.
No, my
they're
dad's
almost-
light.
I'm actually the darkest one in my family.
Your mother is still light, just not.
Kendall
No,
and
no,
I
my mother's
are
light.
You're
Kendall,
the-
first of all, don't
I
get
am
it.
darker.
First of all, don't get it twisted. This
You're
motherfucker got a
hot. You're
tan.
hot.
Yeah.
This nigga got a tan. Let's be honest.
You're
about
Clearly
it.
a tan.
Yeah.
It's clearly a tan. You can
But
tell. It's clearly
flawless.
a
No,
tan.
it's flawless. It's,
Okay.
what is it, Miguel?
You know, I used to
Miguel
call that
tan.
all through high
I know you were sick of it,
Right, so
right?
he got that whole thing.
Yeah.
school. So I
But
got it.
it used to be a joke in my family, and this is why I say it goes back to family. I don't think we realize we do it. But everybody used to say, Nick gonna bring the first dark skinned baby into the family.
You know all the dark skin jokes I made to my grandma? Like, sorry, grandma. If you're, but like, used to joke, like, also too, because Dominicans are hella racist. So I used to
They
joke,
are
grandma,
hella
you
racist.
probably Haitian. Like,
Mm.
on
This
everything, you
how-
probably got some Haitian in your blood.
And so,
And it's probably true, though. I stand by it.
family, I
Stand
came
by that.
from
a
Andrea, if you're watching this,
black
Sorry.
household
I'm
and a
not.
Puerto Rican household.
Haitian.
So
Separate?
She's not
yes,
separate.
separate.
She's
So
a
my
Mexican.
grandmother
Stop it.
is completely dark.
It's always like that.
Was. She
And my
passed away.
grandfather's white.
R.I.P.
Yeah.
My grandmother was completely dark, short, nappy hair, wore a little wig.
Why her hair gotta be
All her
nappy? Why can't it be
sisters.
The word-
4C,
see, but that's the
3C,
big thing.
4B,
The word-
4A?
the words-
Okay,
The
exactly.
word-
But those words are taught to us.
Yes.
What other words?
Yeah,
we
they
use?
are.
So, okay,
That's
she
what
had
they are.
coils,
Yes.
Okay.
right?
They're
Tight
coils.
coils, but it was naturally of a sandy,
Yes. Color.
orangey color. However, she was darker than all of us.
It's
sitting
like that
here.
sometimes.
That's certain
Only
places.
spoke Spanish. I mean, she spoke
Australia,
English,
yeah,
but
that-
whatever.
Oh, hell yeah.
Hanging,
Yeah.
growing up with my
What do they
cousins,
call that?
my mother is black.
Thank you. Okay.
Right.
The rest of my family is black. But hanging with my cousins growing up, I get, ew, look at that dirty, nappy-head ass black bitch.
Word.
To the girls going across the street. I'm standing with my cousins.
See,
My
but-
mother to me is a dirty, nappy-head black bitch. As far as I'm concerned, if that's what you're saying, no, my mother is not. So I kind of got to a place where you detach yourself from those
From those-
comments
yeah, you have
and
to.
stuff. I had to.
You do.
I was from two families, two worlds.
Right.
Puerto Rican and black. And the Puerto Rican girls will rip a black girl in a heartbeat, nappy head,
Yeah,
bum
will.
ass, da-da-da-da. And
It
so
will.
will my black cousins. Oh, dirty ass, flat butt, booty boppity bop.
Right.
Early.
But it goes back even
And
with
I
all
had to
cultures
sit
have it.
in between that
That's
though,
so,
and grow in between that. And
It's
that's
the
a
worst
weird
when you
place
got,
to be.
you know, it's cool if you got the best of both worlds.
Yes.
It's fucked if you got the worst of both
If you
worlds.
got
Yes.
the worst of it.
And I
Now
think
you're
I
in
had-
at
I
the end of
definitely had the
That's
best.
the worst.
Yes,
Oh, no.
exactly.
But
No,
no.
I got the best. Ta-da! I got the best, right? Oh, I got mommy ass, black girl ass,
See, but vice
whoever
versa,
ass you want
I
to call
always
it. I got it. I got some
Everybody
hair. I
has
got
something
some,
that
you
had
know,
good hair.
enough.
But I know the
Yeah.
good
You know
hair,
what I
bad
mean?
hair
And that's
concept.
right. And I remember always growing up, everybody, oh, you got such nice hair in your hair.
Yes,
No, no,
what-
I'm like,
yes.
what the fuck does
And
that
boys
mean?
definitely don't give a fuck.
Yeah,
They don't
Like,
care.
they
They
don't
don't
care.
care.
Yeah.
I've
They
been
don't care.
buzzing my head for the past 3 months, or past 3 years.
Right?
This
Like-
is the longest my hair has been in the past.
Right? Like,
Because I never
used to have
cared
all
about
the
it.
curly.
But every, you know,
Always.
especially my
But
mother.
look at
had
Christopher
everybody.
here. Christopher got the big curl.
big giant
And
one.
it-
The
and
big
his hair
giant
falls
curl.
He had those.
See, my
for
hair
little.
grows out.
Out.
His
Christopher's
was always
grows-
big,
yeah.
bad.
Christopher's
Yes,
hair grows
his
down.
Can
Yeah,
can
it
turn
can
to
turn.
Jesus on you.
Yeah, it will.
Yeah,
He'll
Jesus
turn
is
into,
not
like,
And we
rap
look
on.
way different, like especially to
Yes.
everybody in my family, including my mother.
Where's
I look
Christopher?
the
This
most
is
black.
like Stewie.
Where's Chris?
He,
Chris
they,
was always
Stewie.
Stewie.
they were-
Chris!
They left.
They
Him and my mom.
left.
I thought they went to Dunkin' Donuts.
Said, I think.
They
Like
specifically
crash
said they
into
left, and
each
you was
other.
like, "Fuck that, crash!"
Yes, I'm like, look, I said that.
First of all, he's my
like,
Pisces twin. He can feel me calling now.
Okay, he does hear
All right,
it.
he hears
He's
me.
on the road right now, like shit.
Yep, like,
I got
like,
Nikki's
Nick is
calling me.
calling
Nick is
me, yep.
calling me. I gotta go
Yeah,
home.
home.
But anyway,
That's true.
but it's true.
But
So,
how about personally? Let's talk about a personal issue about,
colorism?
yeah, and,
Between black folk.
the code.
No, with yourself, you mean?
Codes.
No, we can't talk. Okay,
Leaving.
she left. She left because Shonda's a bitch and I'm a crazy motherfucker. No,
No,
that's not why.
that's not why.
That is. I am crazy.
I feel like it was also a self-perception too.
No, she used to do this thing which bothered me, but being that she was so comfortable with it, I just went along with it. Where she used to literally call herself Ted Jackson.
Yes.
It was Ted Jackson.
The black.
I don't wanna say
the
it.
black son.
How old are you?
Yeah, right.
23. All right. See, I felt in the middle. I'm uncomfortable saying like, "Who is that?" But he's young enough to not be embarrassed to be like, "Who
Yeah,
the
A
fuck
lot
is
of
that?"
millennials.
Not
I
even.
know.
So
It's
everybody
not
is not a real person.
Millennials,
Not a
so I
real
felt
person.
like, okay, so what the
It
fuck
was
is
like
that?
a joke.
It was a joke because she used to say
In
that she was
Jamaica.
so dark
Yeah.
that she was a man because she
That
was
she
so dark.
turned so dark that she
Yeah.
felt like as if she turned.
As if she
into
wasn't
a-
pretty. So her name
Yeah.
was Ted Jackson. You understand what I'm saying?
No, that's ridiculous.
Yes.
No, I know it's ridiculous,
I mean,
bitch.
I understand. Yeah.
You understand? But
And then
You
you
felt
know,
like you
for
were
me
man?
not to empathize with that, I
because you're so
think-
unattractive.
yeah,
feel
and for me not to
feel like you're
empathize
so
with that
un-
is where Nikki
Right.
gets shunned as the bitch.
Yeah.
But I don't empathize with self-hatred,
No, that's
especially if someone I love. The eyes are in the beauty of the beholder.
Yes,
Let
it
me tell you, I'm your friend. Let me
I
tell
think
you
that was
that
just
I
no, but that's
see.
a
You know what I
defense
mean?
mechanism.
But
But
that's
that's a
extreme
That
defense
is
things
what a
like
lot
this
of
that
people
people
don't
don't have.
I
have.
like that.
That's
That's a
extreme. You feel me?
defense
Not everybody
mechanism.
has
And
I
I can
realize
talk
that
You
from
too.
an
gotta put
easy
yourself
place.
down
Talk from the
before
light,
someone else
right?
puts you
From a
down.
place that she feels
So that's all it is. It's a
acceptable.
defense mechanism.
So then it looks like, oh, Shonda, shut up, because I'm talking from a place where
Like,
she
you don't know
feels,
how hard.
yeah, it's
Yeah,
more,
which
I'm
is
more
true.
accepted.
Right,
We're privileged.
right, right,
We're
right.
Yeah,
privileged.
like we're talking.
But just
from
in
a
terms of
privileged
that,
place.
like, you know what I mean? Of course, like, everyone has their problems and everything. You feel me? I'm
Yeah.
sure you dealt with stuff that
Please.
completely different. You
Hell
feel me?
yeah.
That has nothing to do with skin tone. But
Nope.
when it comes to that, yeah, it's hard. If that's the issue, it's hard for
I
you to
get
be
skin
like,
tone. I worked for a Jewish. As soon as the lady saw me, first of all, I knew that they told everybody they hired a black girl because everybody came in the office like it was a goddamn party. That, hi, good morning. How
Like
are
they had a
you?
fucking pet that was
Like a fucking
It's a,
pet was at
it's
the
a token.
desk.
It's a token. What was that?
Anytime someone called for me, my Muslim friends, my names, any name called for me, they fucking could never pronunciate it on purpose.
meanwhile, we know how to say stand
So Wiskowski,
Right?
So when Wiskowski called, exactly.
Shit, like,
When White called for Wiskowski called,
mhm.
I said Wickle and Washafash. I don't know.
Watch
They're online too. Bitch, and they got rid of me though because of course the Jewish husband liked me, started bringing a Bentley to work to take me to lunch. That wife was like, your black ass
Yeah.
is gone.
Yeah,
However,
bitch.
her head secretary, this is what confirmed it after that day, her head secretary came in from like a long vacation. I knew the husband was fucking her always. However,
Hope I'm not
oh
watching.
my god, your face.
If you're seeing this, we're sorry. She's
Your
cheating.
face is so adorable.
Yeah,
So
touch
like
it.
the face,
Yeah, they wouldn't touch
minus
you.
the black skin,
They would've touched
right? Right? Minus that, I got them drunk coming out of a bar and they touch you and they
Oh
grab
my
you.
God,
Oh
that-
my God.
that should be
That is, don't fucking touch me. I'm not a fucking pet.
Exactly.
But if you touch them, they're running and calling the police.
He would've
Exactly.
listened to Fall Police.
Let us walk out of the club and you just touch one of them and shake their hair around. Oh my God, you're
Oh my God, that used to
That's
kill
why
me. That's the only reason why for the longest
That's
time I didn't have strength enough to stop perming my hair all the time.
Yeah.
Because not because I didn't want to, I couldn't
Yeah.
deal with
Now
it.
you know
Because
who you
I
are.
don't want you to touch me.
Yes.
You gotta do this shit. Oh my God,
Yes.
don't touch my
Don't
hair.
touch
Don't
me.
touch me,
Yes,
period.
seriously.
Treat me like the other friends that you
Yes,
don't touch.
and you fucking ignore me.
No.
But you know what? Then again, if you have a friend, let them fucking touch your hair. So they
I
can
don't know if
spread the
you got-
fucking
I
word.
Leave you alone.
It's
I don't
just
know if you
hair.
can.
It's your exact hair wrapped around a fucking ink
Which mean you
pen.
want
To
your
me,
bagel?
10,000 times and steams, and then you let it go. It's each strand of your hair
Yeah.
wrapped around a fucking coil. It's just coiled.
Or
It's
if your hair is braided,
hair.
oh my God, they cannot keep
Oh,
their
yeah.
hair.
Oh my God.
Kindle, you want some
Oh my
bagel?
God.
Yeah,
Braids, they're fucking
I'm about
obsessed
to pass
with.
out.
That, but
Oh,
why
it's
you have,
drinking.
you don't none to me if you do that to me.
I have on
Not
shorts. I just want y'all to know I do have on shorts.
Why you have
Whatever.
to give it to them all
The
funny?
people.
She wanted to give it to y'all funny.
I did.
Hey, yeah,
Those ain't shorts.
I
those
guess
is
I'm
not
shorts. With my cheeks out.
I ain't seen them shorts yet.
I still ain't seen the shorts. I saw cheeks. All right, what time is
It's
it?
almost time for us to cut it
To
out.
wind it
down.
down. Yes,
Look, I said cut it out. Just cut it out. Cut
Wind
it
it down.
So, have we ever gone into a? So let's talk to Miss Parker for a second.
Yeah, we having a sex question.
Yes.
I am
You know
Miss
what? I was thinking
Parker.
about that.
I just bought a big black dildo.
I was thinking about that before. And
Parker segment where it gets a little freaky on the wind down. I just want to share a really quick story of mine, and then you guys can go wherever you want. So the other day, I went to buy a dildo. And alright, like that's just like regular shit, right? That's just close. Don't mind our business. I was in the hookah
Okay.
store, and the back they had dicks. So I was like, alright, I guess
you
I'll
let me know
take
what
a
store
dick.
When
this
in
was.
Rome,
They got dicks.
When
When
you
in
got
Rome,
it,
you
okay,
got-
so
you know what
okay, so I'm
Who
gonna
got index are us?
when in Rome, goddammit. So I go in the back of the store. Now it's the freaky section. So now I'm in the back. So now I'm looking at the dicks, right? So I'm gonna pick one. So I'm
I'm gonna
like,
pick a dick.
yeah, right. So now I'm trying to focus. Like, all right, I'm gonna get a dick. What dick am
I
I
cannot
gonna
laugh
get?
at this. I can't
I didn't know
laugh
there
at
were so many dicks.
It's a lot of dick.
Asshole, if I did not take, thank you.
She did.
Tell me.
She called me
This
like,
is real.
is it supposed to be this many dicks?
I was like,
Yo.
yo. She's like, it's a lot of dicks.
I
I definitely get a dick that.
I was like, so they don't feel uncomfortable?
Yeah.
Get it in like a neon color, like a pink or a purple
See,
or
so
yellow.
she's not
Nope.
racist.
Black.
Right?
No,
Okay. So I left, of course. So before I fast forward, I'm gonna tell you how I left with this big ass black ass dick, right? So there's an Indian man and he works there. So it's just me and him now. So now he's over the counter. He's like, oh my God, you smell good. I was like, oh, thank you. I can do because I can do. I can do that one. I can do. Because they think I'm dim, so I do. So anyway, he says, you smell like sandalwood. So I said, what? And he says, I said, sandalwood? And I was like,
That does smell good.
it does, right? So under my head, like, it does. And I was like, okay, thank you. So he said, no, sandalwood. He said, but he made me learn to say, is that sandalwood? So you can look it up now. It's sandalwood. However,
It's a
he
thing.
called it
It's a thing.
sandalwood because in English, that's how we're going to explain it. Whatever. He comes behind the counter. This is his way of working his way closer to me.
Close to you.
Let me see.
I'm in the dick out. Again, still, right? Here he
Been in that
comes
dick out
now.
for a minute.
While I'm looking,
Dick out for
it's a
like
lot
9
of dicks. So now I'm looking over here, and here, when I look back to my left, he's right here.
Not that one.
Yeah, right. So no, he's right here. So I'm like, hey, yeah. He was like, you know which one you want? So I'm like, just a regular dick. I don't know.
Why you mean?
So I'm trying to pick a lighter color one, just something normal, right? Like something.
He was like, let me show you my favorite.
Right.
Yes, he did. So I ran with Kara's pink. So I have a pink. I got to the counter
No,
with
no, no,
the
no,
pink.
no. You don't want that.
That's what he said.
You don't want that.
You don't want that. This one plastic. This one no good. I was
You're
like,
right.
oh,
No,
okay.
no,
Look.
he is.
See, Riz? And
No, no,
then you
he
just
is
right. Thank
He is
you.
right.
That's
But
hilarious.
Tell me
But
why.
for her first
It's
one,
funkily
she
hilarious.
needs something
Softer.
softer.
Thank
Exactly.
you. So I said to him, what is the kind that comes like the dummies? Like
The
that
latex.
Yes,
feel-
the latex.
Yes. He said silicone.
Yes.
Yes.
You
Is
do
it
silicone.
Okay.
Yes.
He went in the back.
Oh,
He
it's
came
on
out
top
with
shelf.
a case. He came out with a case of a big
Who's gonna
ass.
pick me up dick?
A big ass black dick. But this is not how he held it. How are you guys holding it?
Like the shit that come in the Grey Goose box.
Everyone has it like this. He put it to his crotch area and said, oh.
This is my favorite dick.
And thank you. So now it's crotch level, and now he's like, touch it. So now I'm rubbing his big black
What the
dick.
fuck? Get out of there. Jesus
And
Christ.
I just stop. I'm in my head like, oh my God, he's gonna hit me with some sandalwood in the face. I'm gonna pass out and be raped in the back, girl. Oh my God, a black man came in.
Man.
Did I not haul ass to stand next to him like, no, I'll take this one. Yeah, the big black one. I'll take the big one. Give it to me. And ran out of that store
That's
with
what
a
you
big
get.
ass,
That's what you
black ass dick that I probably can't even work with. Why?
While we on the
worked
subject,
with
I'm gonna tell you what
it.
people don't
She
know.
worked with it, sidebar.
Sometimes you see one that's like really enormous, right? And you think to yourself,
They have
who the
dumb
fuck
joke.
is using
Who
that?
the fuck is this?
But what you don't know,
People are
but what you don't know is
You.
that's the
people
one.
that met him. People
That's
that
the
met
one.
that
That's the one. That's one side that fits all.
It is.
She don't
It's
know.
one side
True.
show.
We push babies. I'm
Exactly.
so sorry. A
Exactly.
man could get up there.
Yeah, but see, let me tell you something. I can't.
It's like a snake.
Close
a
your
bubble.
You don't have to put it all the way.
It's
You
like
just-
a bit. It's
So,
like a
wait, let
blower.
Tito close his ears. I don't know if y'all know this or not. This is my guy, my other guy, baby. But
And cousin.
And
she's
cousin,
like a
and slash
weird-
cousin.
Yeah.
But let me tell you something. I
We
can't.
love
If you
you.
don't,
No, we love
if
you.
you don't have no
I got you.
action, if it ain't doing something, I don't want it unless it can stick on the wall or stick on the chair.
That's the one. So it's
Oh, you got the suction.
What? Oh, cause I gotta
Yeah,
get
yeah,
that.
I need. Yeah, you need
got
that.
that?
You don't got that.
You gotta be on that
You gotta
chair.
Get that. Get
You
that
gotta get
chair.
that chair, get that
Get that
wall,
chair. Get
and
that
you
wall
helping
and-
yourself. You
Listen,
helping yourself to
listen,
a birthday
If I'm
party.
keeping it
Okay,
real,
it's a birthday.
I got some bullshit. I don't even have the good shit. I've seen the good shit, but I never bought
I
the good
had
shit.
to
All right,
run
so
out
you
with
know
the good
what?
shit.
We're gonna have a show. Listen,
$100 in there.
Oh my
I
god.
would came to get
Oh, look,
a
because
$30 bottle of
even the
fucking
little toys is
weed
like.
drugs.
I got the bullshit little toy. That's what I got.
Yeah, but even the little toys
No, I
are
love
expensive.
those.
All right, so this is what we're gonna do.
They are not
We're gonna have an all-girl slumber party. We'll do a hotel. We'll
I'm
do,
afraid.
No.
I'm gonna get that giant dick.
We're gonna, yeah, we're gonna buy
I'm
you
trying
one.
to
I'm
put it
not
in my
And then what?
I know you could. You know they're two-sided, so we both can like try to see how far we go.
Oh my God, you win.
Listen, no, we'll have a slumber party. Listen, okay, look.
I'm just
How about for your
qualified.
birthday? How about for your birthday? We'll invite a bunch of
Yay,
people.
yes.
We'll have a wine
The
down,
wine down
Saturday night.
Yes,
I will
slumber.
try it.
The
I will
Saturday
try. I
night
will not be
slumber.
drunk.
Everybody's listening.
So make
be
sure
ready.
be ready for that.
Wear your PJs, something
Yes,
sexy, because
yes.
that's how we're doing it.
Okay.
Yes. All
Bring
right.
a penis.
And
Jump in.
We had this.
don't say there's no penis.
Here's my
flicks.
sex question though.
We not
I'm
talking
sorry. Oh,
Miss
yes,
Parker.
go ahead. Here I
Miss
am.
Parker keeps telling
Yes.
me about these pink penises from black men,
Yes.
What?
and I
Yes.
said no. I
Yes.
think that's a myth, like
It's
a
not.
like a yeti or
No.
like a Sasquatch. It don't exist.
Yes, she's
I've
yes.
never seen a pink one.
A pink one on a black one?
I've
I don't care
saw
how
like,
light skinned the black man is.
no,
it's
I've
not
seen it pink, but for some reason, somewhere along the line, it gets a shade
No.
on
What
the
the
helmet.
fuck?
or
No.
something.
Mm-mm.
She didn't
No.
tell me. I didn't see it.
It is like putting the.
Like, what did I just
No,
get into?
listen,
You got into
Because it's of a
section.
certain. Listen,
No,
go back to the
no,
melanin.
Honestly,
It's of a certain hue.
the person who's seen more penises than us knows, you know.
Yes, it is of a
Especially
certain.
you, because I'm
What?
assuming,
You're
yeah.
a man. You
Yeah,
got your own
you see
penis.
other
So
men-
you see penis more
You
than we
see
do.
other men in the bathroom and other men in the
I
locker
don't
room.
see it. What the fuck? No. I can guarantee, if you are a heterosexual woman, I can guarantee you see more penises in your life than I.
I don't.
Guarantee.
You've been around other men naked before.
Not that much. I mean, look, not in the way you
That's
think.
today.
It's not like this isn't
You don't see it.
1963 in the locker rooms and like we're all showering. Hell no.
I've definitely
You know, I
seen
got
other
my
women
teeth
naked.
this morning.
I've definitely seen a
But,
lot of
men,
women.
but that's the
Have
difference
little
between
things.
men and women. Hell no, I ain't. No.
I know that's
Okay.
The only
Like Miss Sarah
penises I've seen on accident have been
right.
members of my family
I know,
on
but you should
accident.
wait.
When-
Okay.
Other than that, hell no. In the bathroom, no. In the locker
So you
room,
tell me you
no.
had no insight at all.
Other than porn on the internet, that's my only insight.
All right.
I'm being honest.
For the
Okay.
for your birthday slumber party.
Hell
I was
no.
talking about pink dicks.
If
He
she
just
trying
told me
to
that
tell
he's
me
no
I've
help.
seen more dicks than no.
No, yeah. Let me tell you
I
something.
said, all I kept hearing was no.
I've seen more breasts
No,
than
I
any man.
didn't.
I've seen more
I've only
vaginas than
seen
any
one.
man. Well, not any man, but
Yeah.
one.
I see more
Like,
vagina.
damn, I'm walking in my
Yes.
house using a
You
bathroom.
saw a lot of
I
vaginas?
think I've seen a lot of vaginas.
Yuck. Where?
Why am I saying like what do you mean?
Like the vagina, like,
Like the
inside
whole
the pink
vagina?
of vagina. Not here.
Huh?
What do you mean like
here.
the front of the
Like the
cooch?
whole front and this part like this.
Yeah.
What you mean?
Yeah.
Am I the only one? I guess
Yes, you are.
I guess
I
I took swimming classes with women.
I'll be at
I've
vagina
been in
bars.
locker rooms
Vagina
with
bars.
Asian women
Oh.
who do
Oh
not.
yeah, they don't care.
Oh,
yeah.
yes.
They be
No.
like, yeah, and I said, and the whole shit right
Right,
here.
no, that's different. No, you're right.
I've
No,
seen
you're
it.
right. That's different.
No, I
You
went
have
to
swimming?
the
I don't know.
spa.
Maybe I ain't playing enough
Or the
sports.
spa.
I
Oh,
think-
Or you've been to the wax
Oh
place.
God, the spa is
The wax
disgusting.
place.
They're
Okay.
literally cocking their legs up and
Yeah,
scrubbing
you
it.
holding it like
Yeah, basically, that's
Okay.
Ooh.
And when you got a,
When you get
I got a vaginal rejuvenation.
Who's doing that?
I got a
Come on, names.
vaginal
I
rejuvenation.
need names and
Where
addresses.
they you sit on top of the thing and it gets the steam up there.
Oh my
Oh, I want
God.
to do that.
I wanna
You
do
gotta
that.
see if I can do that.
Can we do that?
We can do that. I want to do that.
I want to the JJ Steam.
Well, listen. Sorry, we're on vaginal.
We're
We're in
going-
vaginal steams right now,
It's
but
my birthday month starting August 1st.
yes.
So,
So
let's do
make sure
it
that you
every
join
day.
us. Thank you for joining us today. Thank you to our co-host Rizzy and Ditto,
Lito.
and we hope to see you back.
Next
Thank
Sunday.
you, because I forgot what I was doing.
I am Ocean Drive.
I am Nick Sims, and thank you for joining us on the
The
Wine Down. Yay! I don't know how to stop it no more. I used to.
Just close out the app.
No, but don't you
your,
gotta-
Your entire head is in her ponytail. Could you?
It is, right? Look,
we
look
get
at
a
Kendall.
cool
Wait,
vibe?
look at Kendall's face.
Can we get a cute bye?
From who?
Carol, would you
What?
stop
I'm sorry.
that?
Sorry.
Stop the thing. Did you stop it?
No, I don't know how. I'm sorry.
X?
This is
Sorry.
Whoever's watching this.